My girlfriend cheated on me last night on St. Patrick's Day.
Here's the thing, guys. Ask the questions. Don't be a doormat.
I don't care about being an independent woman. I'm over it.
Feminists everywhere, I'll be like, you've taken us back. Meantime, she'll be happy.
I actually don't know anyone who's like happy and has children at this age.
I don't know who you know, honey. But I don't know a single person who has children who doesn't light up.
Would you guys rather be stuck on an island with a bear or a man?
A man.
A bear.
Honestly, men are one of the most dangerous and unpredictable creatures on earth.
Well, honey, come on. How many women do you know that act in a predictable way? I really like these clips today. Some days are just on the money. Today is one of those days. Welcome, everyone. Brand new episode. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling fun. I am feeling fantastic. Had a little bit of salt in my water. So there's a little extra kick in my step today. You're like, oh man, Jed, I don't know if you needed that. Well, guess what? It's here. All right, we have a fantastic show today. I really like these clips today. Some days are just on the money. Today is one of those days. So we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, I need to tell you who today's show is brought to you by. And those are my friends over at Aura. Told you a few months ago, my credit card was stolen. It was not fun, but it was not dramatic. Do you know why? Because I have Aura. I'll get to that in a second. But it reminded me of a time a friend of mine had her credit card stolen and her whole life was thrown into upheaval. Another friend had her identity stolen. It was insane. They had to freeze assets. It was crazy stuff, deeply stressful, deeply devastating. So at that point, I told everyone, listen, you're all nuts. Identity theft is happening every 14 seconds in America. That's a true, hard fact. You all need to get Aura. And they were like, what's Aura? Well, I'm going to tell you. On this show, I want to protect you. I want to protect your family. I want to protect you from identity theft. I want to protect your privacy. I want to protect your financial security. My partnership with Aura protects you from the dark web. It is a fantastic company. I told you I'd never promote anything on here that I don't use. Well, I use it for my family. My parents use it. My friends use it. I have gotten everyone I know and love to sign up for Aura. And now you are part of that cherished community. I use Aura to protect the financial security of everyone I know. Identity theft protection, fraud monitoring, a VPN, a password management, and antivirus software all in one app. How amazing is that? And it's super user-friendly. You don't have to be super tech-savvy because we all know I'm not. My parents can use it. Everyone, every age bracket. I promise you, if I can do it, you can do it too. What does Aura do? Well, it monitors the dark web for your emails, your passwords, and social security numbers, and it sends alerts right to your phone. If something is going on that's a little shady that you need to know about. If someone opens a credit card in your name, Aura sends you a real-time alert so you know that's going on. It doesn't get ahead of you and all of a sudden there's massive chaos. No, you can stop that stuff right in its tracks thanks to Aura. The VPN also lets you stay anonymous online by keeping your browsing history and personal info safe and encrypted. Y'all know I talk about the death of privacy. Well, this is a company out to protect that privacy that you cherish so much. Check this out. Aura found my passwords on the dark web 40 times. 40 times. You're talking about bank accounts, social media account, all stuff that you don't want people getting into, right? 40 times. That was enough of a reason for me to sign up. If you're curious, and you should be, how many times your passwords to your bank account, your passwords to sites that, whatever it is that you're doing, who knows, your passwords to your vacation, hub, your passwords to your, whatever it is, mostly financial stuff that scares us, right? When people get a hold of that stuff. Well, if you're curious how many times your passwords are on the dark web, I have an incredible offer for you today because you are going to sign up. You're going to go to aura.com/Jedediah. Okay. Also link below in the show description. You're going to get 2 weeks free. Free. Nothing to lose. Free. I said free. And you're going to find out in those 2 weeks how many times your passwords are on the dark web. And then you know what you're going to do? You're going to go into the comments on the show and you're going to tell me. And I'm going to share it on the show. I'm going to share it because people need to know that their stuff is out there in a way that you don't want it to be out there. So I want you to take advantage of this amazing offer. The system may be out to get you, but I am here to help. Aura.com/Jedediah, linked below again. Head on over today and find out how many times your passwords are out there. Do you need to change them? You just might. Don't waste time. Love you. Let's dig into it now. Who's ready for some clips? Woohoo! Woohoo! You're like, Jed, don't sing. Oh, it's coming. I got the mic already. Okay.
My girlfriend cheated on me last night on St. Patrick's Day. And I just want to explain to all the girls why guys act the way they do, because I actually didn't understand it that much before. Because I was never really the type of guy to ask, who are you with? What are you doing? What guys are you with? But, yeah, the reason they ask that is because shit like this happens when you don't even expect it. Like, we were together for 6 months, and I would never expect her to do something like that, but she did. And it's like, because I trusted her, because I was like, she wouldn't do that, right? And it's like, that's just why guys do that. And girls always call guys insecure and shit for that, but that's not why. It's because shit like this happens, and you don't, but it happens when you're not asking all the time, when you're like how I was. But now every time I date someone, I'm going to be the other way.
I love this video. Now, you remember we showed a video a while back of a guy. He was complaining about his date. Do you remember that video we showed? The guy was complaining about his date. I don't remember when we showed it. But that other guy came off very feminine. This guy does not. Even though he's doing this rant on TikTok, and he's talking about, his dating experience, he got cheated on. He is not feminized to me. He does not seem feminized. Do you all agree out in the audience? Let me know. He seems like a guy. He's not, because here's the difference. He's not complaining. He's not like, oh, I sat on this date and it sucked and I sat there anyway and I put up with all of her bull and I just was like polite. No, he's giving advice to other guys. He's saying, look, this shit happened to me. Don't let it happen to you. And that's it. He comes off as kind of a boss, honestly. I really like his energy. Young guy, right? Got a nice energy to him, in my view. So he's with this girl 6 months. He got cheated on. Why did he get cheated on? He says because he didn't ask the questions. He just had the trust. He trusted her. She went out and she did the nasty with somebody. I don't know what level of nasty, but I would like to know, honestly. Write in if you know. Anyway, here's the thing, guys. Ask the questions. Ask. Don't be a doormat. Don't be like, well, I'm not supposed to pry. This is her time to go out with the girlfriends. And we're going to get to that. Let's get to it at the end of this clip, because girls' night out, let's just tear that up. Oh, actually, I think we're going to tear that up later in the show, so I'll hold it. Guys, ask the questions. Who are you going out with? And if she does this, why are you quizzing me? It's because she's got somebody in that mix that you wouldn't approve of. If she's defensive, it's because she's doing something dirty or plans to, or is looking for attention from someone, or somebody's in that mix that you would not be happy about, or there's something scheduled. Defensive, people are only defensive when they're doing something wrong. Across the board. Just know that. So if she's like, if you say, well, I want to know who's going to be there. And she's like, you got a red flag girl. You got a red flag girl, as I call them. You are entitled to ask. And if you don't ask, you're a doormat and kind of a loser. Honestly, you need to ask. You need to say who's going to be there. Are there going to be guys there? Because I would like to know, honestly, you're going out with her for 6 months. Why aren't you with her going out? Why is she out without you? She's obviously, where is she? Where is she? Is she at a club? Is she at a bar? Why is she doing that without you? I'm not into that. I'm not into, well, it's the girls and we just go out. And I mean, are you so insecure? No, he's just not an idiot. Because girls' night out 9 out of 10 times is wreck somebody's relationship, and we all know it. Because girls go out on girls' night out and they get all dressed up and they do stuff they're not supposed to do, and they attract attention from people they're not supposed to be attracted to, because they're seeking something outside their relationship that they're not getting in their relationship. They're just not telling the guy at home, who, by the way, is probably their backup. Okay. So guys, ask who you going with. Ask the questions. Ask what guys are going to be there. If there's guys that are going to be there and you're not invited, I say dunzo again. She's a red flag girl. She's doing something nasty. And that's disrespectful, by the way. It is disrespectful for a female to go out. She's dating you. You're in an exclusive relationship. It's disrespectful for her to go out and hang out with other straight guys without you being present. You heard it here first. Oh, you're so antiquated. No, I'm just respectful. That's disrespectful. Oh, you're so insecure. No, I'm just a realist, honey. I know what you're doing. I see behind those rose-colored glasses. I know what you're doing. And I'm saying it out loud. And now you're all like, because I said it, right? And you'll be that way too if he calls you out on, hey, what guys are going to be there? And guys, don't be afraid to be that guy. Because girls try to tell you, don't ask, you're not allowed to ask. If you do, you're insecure, you're trying to control me. They put all of that language in there so that you're afraid to speak, and you're now in a position of being disempowered as a man. That's why. Because society already emasculated you, let's be honest, calling you toxic, all this stuff. Your masculinity is getting shredded by the day. And now she's decided that she wants to be the one holding all the power in the relationship. And the way that she does that is makes you afraid to be a man, which means that you hold her to a standard and you expect that if she's going out and you're not there, there's certain rules on the table. Yes, rules of respect. No, it's not a parent, but it's mutual respect, right? Okay. Don't be naive. Guys, don't be naive. He says, oh, I trusted her. Why? Why? Why did you trust her so much? Why? Was there, I will guarantee you in this situation that there was cause for concern prior. This doesn't just happen suddenly she went out and no, she was going out. You weren't asking the question. She was feeling, you were the backup. You were the backup. She's not into you, or she likes you, but you're there to make her feel good about herself. And she had one foot out the door, right? And let me tell you something else. When girls are really into a guy, they want them there all the time. It's when they're not really into a guy that they're like, oh, you stay at home. I'm still going to have one foot out the door and get all this attention. And, if the right guy comes along, maybe I do give him my number because you're kind of like my choice B. And you were so nice to stay home and not ask me any questions. And that's great. That serves my purpose. You make me feel pretty all day long. I know I have someone. It's like a guarantee at home sitting, waiting for me. Oh, you're going to cook me that really good dinner on Friday night. And you let me have my freedom. And I can also go out and just make sure there's not something a little bit more fun and spicy waiting for me. You've been played, honey. Men, talking to you now. I call everybody honey. You've been played. It's not a sign of insecurity to ask these questions. It's just you want the title masculine. Masculine men don't sit at home while their woman's out hanging out with some male friends that are straight. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Lame. And also, let's just say again, guys, there is a way to do this. There is a way to say your piece on these forums. I know they're dominated by women, TikTok, all this stuff, but this guy did it right. He went and he was like, guys, listen, don't do this shit that I did. It came off like really well to me. Guys should do this more. Okay, we'll get to girls' night. This is titled #Please Love It. Let's listen.
Can someone please save me? I don't care about being a girl boss anymore. I don't care. I don't care about being an independent woman. I don't care. Someone save me. Please? I can cook. I can clean. I can grocery shop. I'm really good at laundry. I fold laundry really good. I can fold a fucking fitted sheet. I can bake. I'm really good at cooking. I already said that, but I'm really good at cooking. Shopping. Just wifey stuff. Like, I don't care. I finished my nursing prereqs. I was going to go to nursing school. I don't care. I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. Okay? I'm good. Put a ring on me. I'll pop out babies. Not yet, but like I will. In the future. I'm also good at sex.
She threw that in at the end. It's important. Listen, you're talking about, do you remember a while back, I don't know when it was, when we did that video where the woman was laying out all the stuff that she liked about herself? I can squat 250 and I can, I have to speak 3 languages and I created all these apps. No, the guys don't care. This woman had a come to Jesus moment with herself. This resume will have guys coming in. Oh, she said, I can cook, I can clean, I can grocery shop, laundry, I can fold a fitted sheet, which by the way, more power to you, honey, because that ain't easy to us. So, a mom to you, that fitted sheet and I battle it many a day is all I'm going to say. So good on you. She can bake. She says the wifey stuff, She says, I went to nursing school. I don't care. It's stressful. I don't want to do it anymore. Just put a ring on it. I'll have some babies right now. Guys everywhere are like, And she's an attractive girl, but whatever her level of attractiveness was, say somebody labeled her a 7. I don't know. I'm not a man. Not attracted to women. So I'd say it was a 7, right? This list comes out. Oh, baby's a 9. Yeah. You know why? Because guys don't need you to be them. They need you to be you. So yeah, guys naturally aren't, maybe they'll run a grill or something, but they're not, good at cooking. They're not good at cleaning up and tidying up. They don't see what we see. They can't fold a fitted sheet in my experience to save their lives. A lot of people can't, by the way. Shout out to my mom, by the way, who folds a beautiful fitted sheet. Incredible. They're not great at the baking and they're just not. They're not naturally drawn to it. And they want a compliment to themselves in the house. Oh, heaven forbid. A guy should want a compliment and not a carbon copy of himself and a boss babe. I love that she had this moment. And first of all, wasn't afraid to put it out on the internet and be like, I'm done. You know why? Because she's lonely. Because she's tired of playing the game. She's probably tired of pretending that she gives a crap about her nursing and all, this career and all that, and tired of caring about that and wants to really just, hey, I want to get married. I want to have kids. Put a ring on it. I don't want to have to be responsible for paying all these bills. It's not what I want to do. I guarantee you she will get a boatload of hate. Feminists everywhere. I'll be like, you've taken us back like 30 years with this monologue. Meantime, you know what'll happen? She'll put this video out and attract a guy a masculine, gentlemanly guy, and she'll be happy. She'll be sitting, baking her beautiful sourdough bread, which, by the way, I'd like a slice of. Just saying. She's going to be, folding her fitted sheet with the windows open while the birds chirp and a beautiful breeze comes through on a Sunday afternoon, and cleaning up and fluffing the pillows, a big smile, hormones balanced, cortisol all appropriately, in her body. It's not like a spike and then a craze. Hair's not falling out. All these other career women out there that are saying what they're supposed to say and doing what they're supposed to do. They're like pulling their hair out at night. Skin is all inflamed, losing weight, drinking coffee in the morning, bloodshot eyes, so good on her. We need more women who tell the truth. She's telling you the truth, right? And we'll get to the career too, because we're going to get to that about this female ambition and what that has done really in many respects to women, and why it's oftentimes it's not an authentic feeling, right? A lot of these women resent this what I'm supposed to do life, and feel that it's not aligned with them. And I was one of them. I'll get to that.
Last night, a man walked up to me at the bar, handed me a crisp $20 bill, said, "Get a drink on me," and then he walked away. To all the guys listening, this is how to do it. Give us money and then go away.
Isn't she lovely? Now, guys, would you rather date this girl or the girl before that who said that she could cook and clean and do the laundry and fold the fitted sheet? It's no contest. This one is insufferable and gross. So, guys, this is why I tell you don't spend the cash, right? And I get the gentlemanly thing, and I get, I'm supposed to pay the bill and I was raised right. I get all that. But don't do whoever that guy is. Hey, listen, if you're out there and you went and you just like dropped a 20 and walked away, you're kind of a loser, honestly. Why are you giving your money to some ungrateful girl who's telling the whole world that she just like walked all over you? This is what they'll do. You don't do that. You don't just give out money unless, listen, you have very low self-esteem maybe. You don't think you're worth it. You don't have a good sense of self where you think that you could actually hold somebody's attention. I mean, like, why is she getting your $20? And there's some guys who are just, I don't know, man. You just lost all sense of self and you're doing this stuff. Guy who does this stuff instantly loses our respect. Instantly. You're put in a category of like, oh, what a joke. Can I have more money? I need another drink. Can I have another drink? No, you can't. And you shouldn't have gotten the first one either because you're kind of an ingrate. So don't do this, guys. Don't just give your cash out. And listen, they're telling you, right? So, women I love when I do shows. Oh, women, this is just a caricature, Jed. Women like this don't really exist. Really? They're telling you they do. They're real right here. Regular girls all over TikTok telling you TikTok telling you exactly what they're doing. They're telling you, hey, I want you to just drop I want my guy to be a wallet so that I can just walk all over him and get stuff and I don't have to entertain. You're just nasty. Red flag girls. Stay away. There's more of these women out there than you realize, man. There's more. Stop getting played.
All of my friends who have kids are in hell. I actually don't know anyone who's like happy and has children at this age. I have like a 1-year-old, like 3-year-old, 4 and under, 5 and under. I literally have not met anyone who's happy, anyone who has like light in their eyes, anyone who has slept.
Okay. That's Chappell Roan. I don't really know much about her. I'm not up in the like 20-something music scene. She's very famous. Millions and millions of followers. If you don't know who it is, you probably do. You guys are like way cooler than I am. I know. You're so old, Jet. Don't start. Let's not duke it out. Okay, for all to see. She's 27. So she's basically saying, this is the talking point I love. No one's happy who has kids. No one. I'm so happy. I think she's a lesbian, like living, I don't know what she's doing, but she's not like running a traditional family. Let's just say that. She's made different choices. Fine, whatever. It's your life. Do what you want. But the idea that people who, I love this idea that people who have kids are miserable is so false. Like, I don't know who you know, honey, but I don't know a single person, not one person who has children who doesn't light up. Yes. Do you lose sleep? Yes, you lose sleep. A lot of it. But when you look at that little baby, oof, I remember Hartley was a terrible sleeper. Terrible. But I would look at him and I would just want to eat him alive. Like he just looked like a little Tootsie Roll, And I think it's important to point out, too, that she is saying of this age. She's 27. The message that has gotten to young people is don't do this in your 20s. Women in particular have gotten a message. Don't have kids in your 20s. You'll be miserable. Everyone I know who has kids in their 20s is miserable. Just wait. Just wait. You'll be way better doing it like 40. All these women are doing it at 40. I'm saying this as someone who had a baby at 40, so listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. The talking point is wait. And it's a garbage talking point. Now, I got very lucky. God bless. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, universe. I got very lucky. I did all of this stuff late and it worked out for me. And I'm not saying that it can't work out for someone out there. I got married. I found the love of my life, who I love more than anything in this world. Did not have to do IVF or any of that stuff. I got pregnant naturally on the first try. I had a baby at 40. He was completely healthy. My pregnancy, I felt better pregnant than I think I have ever. Very lucky now. I took care of myself, right? I wasn't overweight. I ate really well. I exercised my whole life. I was very cognizant of, in the last 10 years or so of like low tox stuff. I took care of myself, right? So it wasn't all just an accident. But, I in my 20s and whatever, I made mistakes with food choice. I didn't eat amazing always. It could have not worked out for me this way. And for a lot of women, it doesn't, right? It doesn't, sadly. And yes, there will be some that follow the path and do it late and get really lucky like me. And there will be a lot who don't, because it's just a reality that for most women, your fertility is not doing so great after 35, right? And I know there's people who have babies, but a lot of women have to resort to IVF and have to resort to a lot of things that you wouldn't have to do if you were having kids at 25. That's just a reality, right? And why is that happening? Also, we can have a separate conversation about health. That really shouldn't be the case, but there's so many hormone disruptors in our environment and so many toxic chemicals and so much fragrance and so much crap that's catapulting women's entire bodies that's playing a role, and stress. All of this boss babe stuff of these choices of being a workaholic and feeling the pressure to be a breadwinner and I got to be the man and I got to compete with a man, that's not doing anything for hormones. In fact, it tanks your progesterone, which you need to maintain a pregnancy. And anytime your cortisol is jacked up like this, cortisol is your stress hormone, every other hormone in your body is out of whack. So it's not possible to be balanced if you're not at peace. And most of these hardworking women, I'm ambitious, are not at peace. And I can tell you that because I was one to an extent. I managed that very well. I'll tell you about that another time. But this advice that women get, wait, it's just not good advice. Also, when are you at your peak fertility, peak attractiveness? Women, be honest. If you're looking at your life, I can look at my life and say, I think I was at my peak. Me personally, it was not super duper young, but I think my peak truly for me was late 20s. Do I think I look good now? Yeah, I'm 46, y'all. I don't have any makeup on right now, and I don't do any of that toxic crap. So yeah, I think I look pretty good. I maintain myself. But I'm not 28, and I wouldn't want, I'll tell you this, I would not want to compete in the dating marketplace with my 28-year-old self. Me now, that's just real, right? So women don't get to this point and now you're out there and competing with 28-year-olds who, listen, if people want a family and want multiple kids and want any kids and if fertility is a factor in the equation and you want to be at your peak. You just do. Well, that's not fair, Jed, because guys get to do. Life's not fair. Guys get to do. Yes, guys can have kids for longer and all of these things. Yes, but guys also have other challenges placed on them, like the fact that they're expected to pay all the bills all the time. Oh, no, they're not. I'm the breadwinner. No, you hold that against him, honey, if you do it. So let's be honest. There are expectations on men that are not easy too. They have their own challenges, right? They're expected to be in shape. They're expected to not be obese. They're expected to be able to protect the house. They're expected to be able to pay the bills. They're expected to be able to carry the workload. If you have a child and go on maternity leave, they're expected to maintain that salary and have that money cut. There are plenty of expectations placed on men. But if you're being realistic and giving advice to women, and the message out there, again, is delay. Why is the message out there delay? Because they don't want you having kids. Because the family unit is deeply threatening to the system. Because a dad and a mom and babies and all of that flourishing from a young age when everyone's healthy and vital, and it threatens the system. But don't set yourself up for a situation that's not advantageous to you, where you're trying to have kids late in life, where there's all these stressors that are involved that wouldn't be. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't get easier to do this at 38. It just doesn't. It's easier to do it at 28, which is why they're trying to tell you not to do it. Because the system benefits when you are on prescription drugs, when you need therapy, when you're a dependent. You wind up on assisted, a welfare. That's great for them. You're more likely to, be in poor health. You're not going to be eating. It's expensive to eat well. It's all of these things you're robbed of by following the advice of the system. Just saying.
Would you guys rather be stuck on an island with a bear or a man?
A man.
A bear.
A man.
Man.
A bear.
A bear.
Why is that?
Because men are crazy. Yeah,
Well, a bear's not going to rape you.
Yeah.
A man could tie you up in like a basement and like do whatever the fuck he wants for like months.
A bear. A bear. A random man.
Why would you go with a bear?
A man is not trustable.
A bear would kill you, bitch. Honestly, men are one of the most dangerous and unpredictable creatures on earth.
This is why
Even worse than a bear.
This is why I don't be with men. I'm in a relationship with a woman. This is why I don't fuck with men, because they is very weird.
Unpredictable.
And weird.
My favorite line from that is her saying that men are unpredictable, but women are somehow predictable. Honey, come on. How many women do you know that act in a predictable way? Hormones all over come on. I am one. Minute to minute, I'm like, come on. The reason I picked this is, first of all, it's funny. Bear or man. Secondly, look at how women perceive men. Do you understand these women actually said they would rather face a bear? Honey, a bear's just gonna kill you. They're not gonna eat you, but they'll just paw you down and you're done. They would rather take their chances with a bear than a random guy, because they've been told men are dangerous. Did you hear all the words they said? Men are dangerous. A bear's not gonna grape you. No, it'll just kill you. Little off something up here. Is the wiring not connected up top? Oh, they're too unpredictable men. They're untrustworthy. All the words that came out. I just want to show men how that women have swallowed all these talking points about you. This is their perception of you. They are meant to fear you. You're dangerous. You're unpredictable. You're not to be trusted. So I guess the feminists did their job. They took a lot of women who are very impressionable and not the brightest lights, apparently. And they repeated to them over and over again these talking points about men. And they swallowed it. And now they're regurgitating it and sound like a bunch of dummies, honestly, that they would choose a bear over a man. So I just want to show you who's out there. It's quite a variety. All right. I just want to address quickly before we close. First of all, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button for me right now. And pass the channel along to someone who you think needs to hear it, whoever that may be in your life, man, woman, whoever. Who needs to hear it. I just want to talk about female ambition for a second, because there's this perception that women should do whatever. And I need women to do what they want to do. I need them to lose this should. Yeah, oh, you should be a breadwinner. Oh, you should get a corporate job. Or what about your career? Or maybe you don't want a career. You know something? People look at my life and they have the wrong perception about it because I was successful. And I got very lucky. In a lot of respects, I had a talent for the mic in a respect, but I can tell you something. I went to college with no direction. Do you know why I went to college? Because I thought it would be fun. And not the kind that women are doing now, doing nasty stuff. I thought it would be really fun to be on a college campus and make new friends. And that's why I went to college. My ambition was so small. I was a good student. I liked to be a good student. I loved studying and learning. And I liked that world. Wasn't thinking about a career. I went for 4 years. You know what I majored in? Spanish. I speak Spanish. Hola. Anyway, majored in Spanish. My parents were like, what are you going to do? I was like, I don't know. I went and I applied to graduate school. Do you know why I applied to graduate school? Because I wanted that experience of college to just go on. I was like, well, I don't want to work. That doesn't seem fun. Went to graduate school for a year. I got a free ride. So I got a scholarship to college. I was a really good student, valedictorian, all that stuff. Not because I was like, I need to be at the top of the class so I can get this internship. No, just because I liked learning. It was fun for me. And also I used to like to get dressed up and go to school. Anyone who went to school with me will be able to tell you she looked like she was walking a runway at school. What the hell was going on? It was fun for me because I had gone to Catholic school before that and I had to wear a uniform. This was my chance to be me. Anyway, when I came out of that experience, I had a lot of pressure on me to be, my parents. God love you. I think really there was a lot of pressure from society to be. What are you going to do for a career? And the truth of the matter was that inside my heart and soul, the answer was nothing. I didn't want to do that. So I took a job at an insurance company and I hated it. And it was horrible. And I left. And I went and I worked in some lounges and some bars, which I got a ton of hate for, but I loved it. I didn't drink. I used to like to be social. I was like, I want to get dressed up and be out, and yay, there's music. And then I took a teaching job because you know why I took a teaching job? No, I didn't want to be, the best teacher. I had a master's degree, but I didn't, because I wanted the summers off. I was like, well, I need to work. I have to pay my bills, but I want the summers off. And the reason that I didn't put out a video that said, hey, wife me up, I was very attractive. I should share some, but I had a lot of options. The reason I didn't do that is because I couldn't stand the energy of men in New York City. And that was my mistake. I should have picked up and left and went to Texas or somewhere else where the New York City finance guys weren't my thing. It just wasn't my vibe. I wasn't impressed by money. I was impressed by gentlemen. I wasn't impressed. I was impressed by guys who knew how to fix things. And that's not New York City. And I stayed too long. And I got in my head that, well, I have to be working towards something. I fell into TV by accident. I was writing on a blog that had like 3 viewers. And when they called me for TV, I was like, ooh, I don't know. I was not someone who pursued a career. And the only times in my life that I felt really horrible were the ones where I actually got it in my head that I was supposed to be pursuing this. Once I got into TV, there was this like voice of agents and, what are you talking about? This is amazing. You have to pursue, you have to do this. You have to audition for this. You have to go. And I ate it. And I was miserable. I was miserable until I stepped back and said, you know what? I don't want to be on TV every day. I don't want that responsibility. And this is a great salary, but I don't want to be the one that has to make it. And I don't want all this stuff that maybe somebody else wants. But every single woman that I knew, and I'm going to be honest with you, I did not know a single woman who worked in television who was happy. They would drink a lot. They were always rushing around like crazy. They had autoimmune issues. They were stressed out. Work-life balance was a challenge. I didn't know none that worked in TV that didn't feel the stress of that experience and that it wasn't weighing in on their health in some way. So ladies, here's the thing, and maybe they exist, but they weren't around me. And here's the thing, ladies, I just want to say before I go, do what you really want to do, because what I wish I had done is listen to myself. And I didn't want the high-powered job, and I didn't want the stress. I probably just needed to get out of New York. Get the heck out of here. There's a lot of male feminists in New York, by the way. Get out of there and just be somewhere else and be young and be okay and be like, I don't want all those things, right? But I bought the story at some point, and I had to really challenge myself at some point and say no to high-paying jobs because it wasn't what I wanted on the inside. And that's not so easy to do, right? Now, again, it worked out for me. I wouldn't change a darn thing because I got my amazing husband and my amazing kid, but it doesn't work that way for a lot of women. So I tell women, ladies out there, listen to yourself. Listen. Don't listen to what they're telling you. Listen to you. In here, what do you want? What do you want? That's all for today. I love you guys. Be back soon. I know. You're going to miss me. Did you say hi to the plants, by the way? Just a quick hi so that, we're supposed to grow when you talk to them. Anyway, see you soon.